So how do we get excited about the fact that we're going to be married to this guy, Lord willing, for many, many, many years without thinking it has to stay stuck in a place where there's no intimacy? And ladies, that's why I believe that you're here at a Bible study called Passion Pursuit, because you want to build intimacy in your marriage. You believe that at some level, leaving Disney World and leaving just the ooey-gooey love of newlyweds doesn't mean that intimacy has to be dead in marriage, that there's something you can do to revive it. And perhaps you've tried things. How do I get back to that place of loving my husband so deeply? And maybe you've been discouraged when things don't work. And as a new bride, when I was trying to figure out how do I do this in my marriage, how do I build intimacy when things feel like there's no sizzle left, one of the things I realized is that I have to be really smart about how I use my efforts. And I saw that I was using my efforts in many ways to build intimacy, and it wasn't effective. So how do I use my effort in a way that is effective and makes a difference? And something that was really helpful for me was realizing that I have great power as a wife, and that God has given me great power to build intimacy in my marriage. But I have to understand that power, and I think a lot of people don't get this. A lot of women don't understand that they have power that maybe they're not even using because they're not aware of it. Power always comes from what someone else needs. Now, that's a concept you might not be familiar with, so let me explain it this way. If you really need something, and you see someone who can meet that need, they have power with you. For example, I am a little bit of a coffee addict. I love coffee. I love really good coffee. How many of you in here can relate to that? Oh, amen there. Now, if someone has a coffee, my favorite soy latte, and it's early in the morning and I just kind of got the cobwebs and I see that soy latte and they say, hey, do you want this? I've got that person in my scope right there. They've got my attention. And they can ask me to do a dance for them or whatever they want, and I will do it because I want what they have. I need that. Now, that's just a little example. I can live without coffee even though I love it. But how about if it's a really serious need? Like, let's say I have chronic pain or I have an illness that's terminal, and only one person has the antidote to that illness. How much power do they have with me? They could ask me to do almost anything, and I'd be willing to do it because I need what they have so badly. And the way God has designed marriage, He has given you needs that only your husband can meet, and that gives him power. And He has given your husband needs that only you can meet, and that gives you power. And as you work on your marriage, if you're not working in the places that you have power, you can be trying really hard and not be making a difference. So if you want to understand how to build intimacy in marriage with your power, you have to first understand your husband's needs.